My name is Ashton Keefe, and I'm a chef and celebrity food stylist. On Secrets of a Food Stylist, I share my essential recipes for entertaining and my tips and tricks for eating pretty. I firmly believe that making gorgeous food is the ultimate form of self-care and self-expression. In each episode, I share my chef techniques and what I call my stylist secrets for making food look as good as it tastes. Welcome to Secrets of a Food Stylist. I am Ashton Keefe, and today I am teaching you one of the prettiest meals that you could ever make. It's incredibly easy. So we are making sea bass papillote. And for those of you who don't know what papillote means, it's a French word for cooking fish in parchment. And like the French, they always seem to overcomplicate things. So this is actually very easy. Don't be fooled by the fancy name. And the first stylist tip that I have for this is that you're gonna make a pretty pouch. So I'll show you how to do that, but my second stylist tip is that you're gonna layer a bunch of different beautiful vegetables underneath your sea bass, and then my third stylist tip is that we're gonna finish it and make it pretty. So in order to create our papillote pouch, I'm just using regular parchment, and I'm gonna fold it in half, and what we're gonna do is create a heart. Well, you can make any shape you want, but I'm gonna do a heart because we're gonna make this look pretty. And this is the same way that you would do it if you were in making Valentine's Day. Valentine's in school when you were little, you would make hearts. Same idea. So we've all of a sudden got 2 hearts. And what I'm gonna do is lay my hearts down on my board, just like this. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna lay them on my sheet tray. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna fill one side of each heart. Those are gonna sit right there while I get my ingredients ready for stylist tip number 2, which is layering my ingredients. So I think citrus always goes really well with any kind of seafood, and we're gonna use an orange here. So I'm just gonna slice my orange super thin. And I'm keeping the skin on my orange because we're not necessarily gonna eat the orange. You absolutely can. But what it's gonna do is permeate all of those citrus flavors into my fish. So I'll lay 3 on the bottom. I'll do 2 here because you don't need to make them exactly the same. And then I'll use this to finish it at the end. And then I'm gonna use beets. And a lot of people are mystified by beets or don't like to use beets because it takes a long time for them to cook in the oven. And you can also save these for like stocks or soup or pesto. A lot of people are mystified by beets because they have to cook in the oven for a really long time. So I like to take an ingredient that people do not like and show them a way to use it in a much simpler way. And that is with my mandolin. So if you don't have a mandolin, that's quite all right. You can use a knife. But I like a mandolin for something like this, especially shaved beets. So I'm gonna take my beets and I'm literally just gonna shave them on the mandolin, just like this. I'll do a couple, maybe about half of each beet. And you'll see like these beautiful little shreds come up for the beet. So I'm gonna do golden beet, and I'm also gonna do my red beet. And you see, I did my golden one before I did my red one so that it didn't make my golden beet all red. Beets are beets. So we're just gonna go like this. Get a couple more of these. Same idea. You have to be careful with the mandolin. It's very, very sharp. Every chef has got a story about a mandolin. So, okay, so I've got my beet slices there. And you'll see they're nice little pretty pieces. So I'm just gonna layer them like this. And you can make circles with them. You can make little pieces just like this. But because the beet is so thin, it's gonna cook in the oven very fast. You can actually eat these raw as well. So I'm just gonna layer them just like this. And this is absolutely the definition of eating pretty. This is like spa food 101 because very little fat is used to produce these. And you'll see we're eating with lots of colors and lots of textures. And I'm just gonna layer those. My beet hands are getting that all. Splash, okay, a couple more. And now I've got my sea bass. So I've got 2 4-ounce fillets of sea bass. You can use any fish you want. This just looked the freshest. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place them right on there, To season this with olive oil and salt and dill. So dill goes incredibly well with fish. It's kind of like one of those natural marriages. And I'm just gonna go, get on your potatoes, get a little olive oil in there. again, you could do butter, you could completely omit it. I just like a little bit of olive oil in there for shine, and salt, because you need salt. Fish loves salt. And just give it a nice little sprinkle. Both of those. And now, dill. So I'm using, whoa, that's a lot of dill. I'm gonna use about one of these. I don't even know what you call this, like a Christmas tree of dill per fish. It's a lot on that one, but I like dill, so that's good. And now the secret to papillote. So we've had our first stylist secret, which is our beautiful heart. Our second stylist secret is layering. You guys will see all those beautiful layers. And then I'm gonna wrap this up just like a present. Some people do staple this. Some people will, you can probably tape it too, but I like to go like this. So I start at the top of the heart and I crinkle it around. A really technical term called crinkling it around. And you're gonna go around the fish just like this. See, this is where the French try to trip you up and make it think it's really hard and confusing, but it is not. It is so easy. And what you're gonna do is essentially the fish is gonna steam. Again, a very healthy cooking technique. And I just put a little bit of parchment under here so that I don't stain my baking tray because we're using beets. And then again, I'm just gonna take my heart, I'm gonna fold it over. I'm gonna start at the top of the heart, and I'm just gonna start to crinkle and fold it over. Just like this. And I like to make this when you're having people over. It's a really great date night thing because it's self-contained. You open it, it's like opening a present. If you're trying to get your kids to eat seafood, that's also a great option. Okay, so that is my papillote. You guys will see how beautiful hearts are right there. And what we're gonna do is stick this in the oven for about 10 minutes at 425 degrees. And the citrus is gonna permeate the beautiful sea bass, and the dill is gonna flavor it just nice and lightly on top. And then when we unwrap it, I'll share my stylist secret number 3. And I can see it, I can hear it. Move these to the side. So we've got these beautiful pouches, and then my last stylist secret is we're gonna finish the fish. So I'm gonna unwrap these beautiful packages. Look how good that looks. I'm gonna tuck this underneath, and then I'll do the same one right here. Awesome. So the best part about this is that it already looks really pretty. I like to serve the actual package on the plate, just like this. So let me just move these over. I like my dill to be nice and fresh. So I'm gonna take off the old dill. And again, of course, you can eat this. And I'm just gonna put another fresh sprig of dill right on top of my fish. I'm gonna add a little bit of sliced radish for crunch. If I can get this off. Just take the bottom of this radish off. And again, I'm gonna use the mandolin for this and do a couple thin slices of radish. See how good that looks. And then I'm using a little bit of finishing salt. And because I have to make it nice and shiny, I'm gonna do a little drizzle of olive oil, just like that. And if that is not the definition of eating pretty, I do not know what is. This is a clean, beautiful dish. You can use whatever vegetables or fruit you have on hand. And it is really the epitome of a stylist's dream. So I hope you take these stylist secrets and use them in your own home for your own fish papillote.